Josh, maybe a couple more tips as far as you just came back from the Texas auction. What should we do to help these guys find some of these deals coming up?
Yeah. And an interesting point too. There was someone I met at the auction this time, a younger guy. He watches all of the YouTube channels, like pretty much everything that we do. He consumes so like hours and hours of videos, right? Because we've got a huge catalog. And so even just from consuming the free content, like the guy's just dialed in, right? And so a lot of the investors in that room, they come in and they buy property, not knowing that there's a difference between an HOA sale and like a tax sale or a resale, anything like that. And so just being dialed in here and on the live streams is a huge help. So just really cool to see that and meet him. And a lot of the stuff that we give away for free actually beats the competition. I'm not going to talk about competitors, but we just earlier showed where you can do a title search in Texas, which is pretty sweet. And so even something like that, a lot of people won't talk about that. They won't talk about the ins and outs of this business. So just being here is, of course, like step one. But let me say something else, because showing this max bid sheet, there might be some people who see, okay, you know what, the property did sell 35 cents on the dollar, but it was still $95,000. And so I know the average person doesn't have access to $95,000, but what you can achieve in this space in a short period of time is pretty unreal. And so one of our students, he started last year, he bought something at a repository sale in Pennsylvania for $250. From that $250 turned it into 15 grand. That 15 grand then bought 3 properties. And so in 1 year alone, he's able to turn $250 into 60 grand. And so the thing is that, it doesn't cost you $98,000 to get into this business. There's real estate that's available for as little as $2. One of our YouTube videos, we showed where property sold for $2, and that was just like 4 or 5 months ago. And so the thing is that, yeah, you don't need the $98,000 to be able to make money in this business. And so getting on the vault, looking at the upcoming auctions is going to be a huge help. And so January was one of the best times to be involved in the space because a lot of people aren't tuned in. But we previously mentioned about timing auctions around holidays or timing auctions around times where a lot of people are not going to be active or not going to be working. We showed the auction calendar. I think it was right before Christmas. We showed that there was an auction. It was like right before New Year's Eve or right after New Year's Eve, things like that. Those auctions are going to be really good. So, you want to be plugged into the vault, but let me show you a few more things here. I'm going to go ahead. All right. So here's the magic formula. This is the magic formula right here. So these are the results from the tax sale in Harris County. So there are HOA sale results. You don't actually get the sales price for those, but you do get the results for tax sales. And so there was actually surprisingly a ton of property where there was no winning bid. So you see a lot of these here, they don't have winning bids. And so there was a huge amount of properties that just nobody bid on, which I couldn't believe it. And so some of them, there's a reason why they don't get bid on. Other properties, it's just simply, it got lost in the mix. And so getting past results can be a really good way to go ahead and see were there any deals that people missed. So here's one, for instance, 1233 Pine Street. The judge value was 23,000. Minimum bid was 23,000. So maybe there's no equity there. But what happens is this is going to come back as a resale. So that's what they do in the state of Texas. But other counties, it doesn't come back at all, and it might just sit there at the county. And you could go ahead, you can make an offer on it. And the longer that those properties sit there, the more motivated the county is going to be to get rid of them.
All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I have a free gift for you for watching a free mini course called The ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. This is one of the best books on tax liens, and it is totally free as my gift to you for watching. In the description below, it'll walk you through tax liens from start to finish, along with the directories with all 1,500 tax lien and deed counties put here so that you don't have to go and search around the internet to find them on your own. So the other thing I have is, if you already have this book and you want to do a deep dive, my team and I have found an auction with a whole bunch of properties worth 200 to 300 grand, opening bids of just $1,600. So if you want to deep dive and attend an auction with some help, you can also schedule a free call below and we can discuss helping you in this business. Regardless, Thanks for watching. You can check things out in the description below and enjoy the videos. We'll see you soon.